Alright, alright. This is even future. Yeah, this is. I gotta explain even more stuff to make sure that if you don't know coding, then you're gonna understand the basics of the basics. Alright? And give me my marker. Alright, so this stuff up here, this basically says, hey, we need some parts for our toaster. So we're gonna grab this part, and we're gonna grab this part. This part is the CSS file that I mentioned earlier, which is right up here. This code editor organizes stuff nice and neat for us, which is why I'm going to draw all over it so you can't see it. So this is, we're importing, or we're taking the, the billboard coloring, and when we're throwing it all over all this stuff down here, alright? And then this use state, this is basically a gear. Alright, we're taking a gear for our toaster, and we want this gear from wherever else it is in the code base. Oh god, this is a lot of words. Actually, this is so hard to explain. Alright, so the code base basically means the code that's not our code. So like React is a library, and like libraries have books. So think about it like it's like a library full of books, and these books have code knowledge. And it's like a magic book, because you could just take the words from it and you could immediately make a spell, or you can make gears out of these codes. Oh my god, she's falling apart. Alright, so basically, magic book, let me draw a magic book over here. Alright, magic book, it makes gears, and then we could take the gears into our toaster. And then this is right here, all this stuff, this is the toaster, but it's also the color panels, alright? The color panels for Would You Rather, so we got like the red, and then give me some blue. Alright, this is the red and blue. So all this code basically is to show the red and blue on the page. But also not really, but that's far above the extent of this crash course. All right, so now we have the function, and as you can imagine, the word function actually is kind of literal. So this is like the function of our toaster or our billboards, but I'm calling them choice panels. That's like, I'm just choosing this name because I want to get some creative elements here when you're coding. Alright, you're spending too much time. Okay. So over here, this is actually bad code design. Don't do this. Don't do this one either. I think. Like later on in the devlogs, I fixed this up and it looks a lot better. But just so you know, right now this sucks. But let me just explain it for you. So okay. So React specifically. Let me draw the React circle. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got like there you go. So React specifically, well actually I'm not sure if it's React specifically, I only know React so far. Oh god. Let me change colors again. Give me 3 minutes of your life to explain this, and maybe you can learn something. Alright, so constant, as the name suggests, it means it's not changing, but we do change it, but ignore that part. Alright, so it's a constantly, not constantly the same value. Alright, and then this is the value. The value, we can make it whatever we want. This could be a number, it could be a word, it could be a letter. In this case, there's a type for coding that just lets you say if something is true or not. Like, you've ever played like Truth or Dare, like, are you lying? Are you telling the truth? I did that backwards. Are you telling the truth? Are you lying? So basically over here, set it so we have to use this function over here to change this function, and basically we have to do it this way is because of the fact that this is a website. When you have a website, usually stuff is stored in cookies, right? But what's it called? What if we're not using cookies and we're just storing everything on the web page itself? Then it's like, well, where's the stuff stored? I'm not keeping it on my computer, you know what I mean? So basically all that happens is that you get sent a copy of the web page, and then all the stuff there is just there, and it doesn't really change, you know what I mean? Unless we send new information to it. So basically this stuff tells the web page to hold on to these values, like to hold on to this truth or dare value or truth and false value for as long as the web page is open. Okay, so this helps us to store things, because if we didn't do it like this, then whenever you click on a color to change it, it wouldn't even remember that it was supposed to change. That's how dumb the web page is. Alright, this is let me draw a dunce hat for this thing. Alright, this is how dumb it is. So we need to be able to tell it to remember it. And for some reason the keyword is use state. I like to think of it like the state of things. Like the state of things right now is that it's true, or it's right now it's false, you know? Okay, so got past only this part of the code. Alright, are you still there? Are you still with me? It's been 5 minutes. Oh god. Alright. You know, maybe I should just maybe this should just be the whole devlog at this point, you know what I mean? Alright. So then we have another function. This is a gear inside the gear, you know, like toasters, you know, they have parts and then they have smaller parts. So this is a smaller part, and this one is the color handler. So basically, also ignore this because this doesn't really work. Okay, so basically all color handler is doing is that it's switching between the true and the false, okay? So sometimes it's true and sometimes it's false. Oh my god. And set color will just switch between them. You see this exclamation point? This means do the opposite. So set the opposite of color. Alright, set the opposite of color to the opposite of color. Alright, set color to the opposite of color. How's that? Oh god. Okay, so set the color of the color, and then this is the opposite, so set it to the opposite of this color. See, it's like making a sentence, but also it's like pain. Alright, and then finally down here, so we have to return stuff because React again, that's the React boy or girl object. So React basically says we return this stuff, and then this thing acts as our color panels. Alright, so this is our new, it's called a component in React, but basically it's just our toaster. It's our toaster. We have to give back our toaster. All these things that say div on it, that's just, it literally stands for divider. It doesn't really do anything for code other than divide it up, but it also lets us interact with certain like sections. Like we could just like you see this class name, so everything that's associated with this class name will only affect this div, because this is the class name for this div. Let me give it another color. And then this class name, banana zone, that's this div. And then this banana zone, that belongs to this one. And then basically that lets us change things on demand. Like, you see this style basically says the style, like the color, the style means everything. Or like, you know, it's the billboard settings, or I guess it's the toaster's colors. You know, you want a silver toaster, you want an orange toaster, you know, you want the toaster to be diagonal, and this is what the style does. It organizes it. And then, oh my god, I don't know how I'm supposed to explain. Alright, so then the background, it's like background color, but not really background color. I don't know why I found it to work this way, but I did. And then we got the color again, so this is the true false. And then look at this. You see this question mark? This question mark means if blank, then do this, and if blank, do this, and if not blank, then do that. So if it's true, it's gonna make our background color red, okay? Let me get another color. Well, but if it's false, if color 2 is set to false from up here, then it will be light blue instead. And you know, this is I don't know why I took this screenshot, honestly. This is like the worst screenshot for me to take and explain. Alright, whatever. And I can't scroll this because it's a JPEG, but basically the on click, it's as the name sounds. When you click on the color panel over here, then it makes the click sound, and then yeah, you know what, this is a separate video. I'm just gonna post this and then link it, and then it's like, yeah, alright, I like that. So I hope that explained it. If you don't understand code at all, thank you for coming to my Teddy Talk. That's what it's on. Oh, yeah.